to an all-new episode of the Ratedmapodcast. I am Tavarus.
I'm Dabrian.
And I'm Blake.
And before we get started, make sure you guys go ahead and drop down in the description box, hit the subscribe button. We are Rated MA Podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, today is our fan questions episode, so we'll be reading all the listener questions. But before we get started, when you guys came out in the gay scene, who taught you how to be gay? Like, who told you how to fleet or how to maneuver in the dating world and all this other stuff?
I had a really good friend. His name was Larry Prudhomme. And he was the one who told me about fleeting. And yeah. But he
just took you under his wing and showed you.
No, he was actually not a lot younger than me, but at least a few years younger than me. But he had been doing it much longer than me. Mm-hmm. And he explained to me about fleeting, clean out your booty hole. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What about you?
Mm-hmm. I had two. One was a guy named Rodney. Both of them were in the military. And Rodney...
I wonder if I know one.
Yeah, and Rodney, he just said one day, "Do you fleet?" And I said, "What's that?" And he was just like, "Well, it's this thing." He's like, "You got to squirt it." And he explained it all to me. And I was like, "Well, how does it help?" And he's like, "You just got to keep doing it till the water's clear." And that was all he said. And I said, "Oh, well, get me one next time you go."
Bitch, pick me a monkey ring.
Right. I said, "So get me one next time you go to the BX, which is where we shopped in the military." And he was like, "Oh no, that's one thing you gonna learn is we get our own." That's what he told me.
Yeah.
And the other one was a guy named Ty, who was he was a master sergeant, so he was way above me, and he took me around the gays, like sophisticated gays, and he showed me how to be and how to carry myself around them.
What about you, Mr. Tavarus?
I met a group of older people. I think I told this story before, playing spades in the Abbey. It was some 40-year-olds that kind of took me under their wing and showed me how to move around or whatever. But I say all that to say, have you ever looked at or come across some gays and you just be like, who raised you? Mm-hmm. I went to Vegas this weekend and I had two kind of odd experiences.
This about to get good.
No. Okay, so I've been off of Jack for 2 months now, but I had got back on it because I was in Vegas, but I'm about to delete it again. So, so they had a boy that was out here visiting a few months ago, and we was texting, but we never connected or whatever. So when I got out there, he hit me up online and was like, "Oh, you stay downtown LA, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Oh, you should come through later. Let's finally get up." So he had been trying to get me to come over there all day, but I had to work. So I said, "Well, I'll probably be able to come around midnight." Mind you, this 10 o'clock in the morning that we talking. So
Damn.
I was busy. So I finally get over there at nighttime. He begging for the dick, just fiending basically. He left the door unlocked for me to come in there. He was already laying on his stomach and stuff. So I get in there and we start playing around and stuff, and he musty.
Oh no.
And I'm like, "You've been waiting all fucking day for me to come. I told you at 10:30 to be ready by 12 so you could shower and everything, and you stink." Who raised you?
Wow.
So, but the nasty thing, after I nutted, he said he kept wanting to suck on my dick or whatever. So he was like, "Do you have to pee?" And I was like, "No." But he kept my dick in his mouth and he literally gulped the pee as I peed. And that was my first time seeing
You
some
said
shit
that you
that.
didn't have to pee.
But I waited. I stood and he kept looking at me and I was like, "I'm pee shy, can you look down?" So it took me it literally took me a minute and a half, and then I finally just let loose and he would just gulp.
What?
I was like, "Oh my God."
He gulped all your pee?
He didn't take the dick out once. He let the shit go straight down his throat.
What the fuck? I have never heard of that before.
Yeah, that was the new shit. But you stink. So I'm
How old was this little boy?
he was 29.
Oh,
Damn.
Man.
No, you could tell she been around the block.
Now I gotta compete with Beatrice. Just when I thought I had my little corner mastered.
And then I was walking down the strip, and I was actually about to leave because a mutual friend of me and Blake's had ended up coming down that I didn't know was coming down. So I was about to leave or whatever, and I seen this boy who looked like he was gay walking past my area, but he was kind of peeking at me. So I kind of peeked or whatever, and I stood still just to see what was what. So he ended up coming over there. We made small talk. Long story short, he asked me if I wanted to go to karaoke. So we walked.
That's cute.
Yeah, so we walked down the strip, but we couldn't find it. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm not walking no more. I said, you about to have to give me a foot rub or something after all of this. And he was like, well, I mean, we can take it back to the Paris Hotel.
Oh. Is this the same day?
This is the... No. This is the day before. Yeah. Hold on, don't judge me. So, long story short, we got back. Oh, so he came down here he's visiting from Atlanta. He came down with two of his friends. So I said, is your friends in the room with you? Or like, are they there? He paid the question. So when we got up to the room and he opened the door, the TV was on. So he walked in before me, he peeked in, and when I walked in, his homeboy was like laying down on the bed. So, it was dark or whatever, just the TV was on. So I walked in and I sat on the bed and he started taking his clothes on.
Oh my God.
But I still got my clothes on and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, he said, you okay? I'm like, yeah. So I said, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom to kind of give him a chance to like tell his homeboy, like, bitch, turn your head or go to bed or something. So when I come out, the TV is off, the lights is pitch black, and I could see like he taking off his drawers basically at this point.
And the friend was still in the room.
The friend was still in the room, but the friend was like playing possum. Like he doing what he's supposed to do. So I took my clothes off.
What are you, like 20?
No, he's
No, I'm saying, is that what it's given? Like, that's...
I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, against my better judgment. I took my clothes off. So I get in the bed or whatever, and he gonna yell over to the friend, hand me the Vaseline. Okay, so now I'm looking in the air like I don't know what the fuck going on. So this nigga, the boy gets up and throw him the Vaseline like they do this. And he grabs my legs and scooched me at the end of the bed. Yes! And threw like his hand in the Vaseline and slapped it on my arm. We're not doing that. He was like, well, if we like the same thing, then you need to get the fuck out.
Shit!
That's what he said to me. I said, give me a fucking towel. He was like, I ain't getting you shit. I wiped all this. I scooped it out my ass, bitch. I wiped it all on his sheets and shit. So he turns on the lights. He butt naked. The friend getting up talking about, what's going on over there? I said, I'm about to go. He talking about, y'all ain't discussed that, what y'all like before y'all got here? I was like, So I just hit it.
Oh my God.
But anyway.
That was an eventful Vegas night.
Oh my God. So both nights was a disaster. Anyway, I'm deleting Jack. Moral of the story.
Well, didn't you just meet that man walking?
Yeah.
Oh,
did,
okay.
actually.
So, well.
But still.
You had better luck with Jack.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
Wow.
So anyway, we had a lot of listeners sending in some questions over the past few weeks, so we're going to go over some of them. Question number 1. At what point does doing what it takes to make it work and fighting for a relationship become accepting what you don't want? Being stupid or ignoring the writing on the wall?
Good Lord. They coming right out the blocks with a serious ass question.
For real.
Girl, leave.
Sheesh.
Should I repeat it?
But you know what?
Okay.
No, but you know what? A lot of times you don't even know because you're so in love or you're so infatuated with this person. So they could be dogging you and doing you all kinds of wrong. And you're not picking up on it. And your friends are picking up on it. And you can give out advice all day long in this fucked up situation, but you can't take any advice. Mm-hmm. So I think... And I've been in this situation, and I think that when I finally realized that I couldn't take it anymore is when I start feeling like I was losing myself because I was allowing this person to disrespect me to a point where I couldn't even fight for myself. Mm-hmm. So when you realize that you can't even stand up for yourself, then it's probably time for you to go.
I agree with that. I think the hardest part, especially when you're younger and dating, is learning what your own boundaries are because you don't really have a point of reference.
Yeah,
and learning to trust yourself and that little part of your gut that's saying this ain't right or something is wrong.
Yeah, you should, but I'm one of those people. When it comes to that and when it comes to love, I'm very hard-headed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you could tell me, don't talk to this person. This person's not good for you. That's going to make me want to. That's going to intrigue me. That's going to make me want to know that person more. Right. So that's all. Good and well when you have like a moral compass set at a certain. When you first come into this whole lifestyle or whatever you want to call it. But for somebody like me who didn't have that mindset coming in, I just was living dangerously and just dating guys that I was attracted to because of what I was into. It's a different story.
I think if you constantly feel disrespected and if the relationship is always a distraction, it's time to go. Because I feel like the right partner is going to keep you focused and motivated, and it's not going to feel bad.
Yeah, and
I think that's just easier said than done.
it is easier said than done. But I mean, I think
you will know when you're tired.
You'll know.
Amen. You will know when you're tired.
You will know before anybody else.
You ain't got no more to give to the relationship,
right?
Or to yourself, then you gotta go.
Because love shouldn't hurt.
No, sometimes.
They date your crazy ass.
No, shut up. Okay, next question. When you are ready to come out and your boyfriend or significant other is not, what is more important? Your personal acceptance or keeping up appearances to not ruin the relationship?
What do you mean come out? Coming out like coming out of the closet or coming out as in a relationship?
I'm assuming they meant.
I'm assuming you both are DL and
well, it sounds like one is DL and one's not.
You want to be out. See, I think I've lived too much because I've been in a situation like that too. But I was out. And then I started dating somebody who was DL.
So were you able to help them come out, or?
Well, what happened was I kind of went back to being DL just to make him feel comfortable.
Oh no!
Because I was in love, but eventually I just realized that it wasn't a good move for me mentally. It was driving me crazy.
Because you had already come past the coming apart, and you going back in the closet.
Yeah,
no, that's crazy.
So it was driving me crazy. So I think you just have to be true to yourself.
And I think you have to also acknowledge that everybody comes out in their own
way,
and you have to be there for that person. And I don't think that's a reason to shut the door because they're not out.
You can be you, but don't force them to be somebody else.
Right,
and they can't try to force you to try to be in the closet.
Right, no.
So move at your own pace. But I mean, growth is uncomfortable, so you might want to explore coming out. Like, do you want to remain in the closet just to make other people comfortable, or do you feel like you're worthy of real love?
You'd be surprised how many people remain in the closet for their reasons, for whatever those reasons may be.
That's not living.
It's not. And I said,
well, good for you, Tavarus, for living. Fuck.
Girl, I live out loud.
You pissing in most folks' mouth.
Okay.
Shut up. I forgot I told that story. Is once a hoe, always a hoe the rule? Or can one person change when they get into a relationship?
I don't know. Let's ask you. Can you change?
Bitch, you a liar.
Can you not be a hoe?
I'm not a hoe. Who are you talking to?
But what do you classify as a hoe?
I don't know, bitch. What you classify as a hoe?
Somebody who sleeps with any and everything, no matter the limits or limitations, whatever it may be.
Somebody who, when a guy asks you to piss in his mouth, you like, sure, why not?
Somebody that they tell you they got a boyfriend and you be like, so that's a hoe.
Yeah. So she a hoe. You a Ray.
No, answer the question for real. Is once a hoe, always a hoe the rule?
No, I don't think. I think people can change, and you have to. I think that comes with growth and maturity, and you have to acknowledge and realize that I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago.
You was a hoe 10 years ago.
I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago. I ain't never been a hoe. My mom ain't raised in the hoe. I ain't come from the hoe. So
I don't think you can go from being like a full out slut to automatically being into a relationship. I think there's a natural progression. So
yeah, like deleting jacked. That's usually the first step of the hoe.
But the hoes is the winning, so I don't know. I would like someone who is experienced, and then when they get with me, they've loved and lost, and they don't want to let me go. I don't want somebody who's like super green and haven't been around.
Yeah,
but I don't want you to be slutted out and smutted out.
Yeah,
I'm okay with you being slutted out and smutted out.
I don't want everybody to like be able to recognize your nudes.
That's fine. And guess what, bitch? You had him, and he still chose me. You couldn't keep.
Don't follow that advice. Next question. It seems rare that two cute guys meet each other and there's not a sexual interaction, which makes it hard to find true friends, especially when dating to avoid jealousy or suspicion. Is sex the precursor to friendship within the gay community?
Not always. Not always.
I think hell no. I'm not. I don't think I have any friends that I've had sex with.
Nah.
What, bitch?
Okay.
I have.
I'm gonna say yes, it is.
I don't think it's always the case, though. I don't.
Sexual tension or attraction, maybe not.
An attraction of some sort,
right.
Definitely, yeah.
But for you not to act on it would have to be only because one person wasn't interested.
Not always.
No,
not always. No, I think that attraction is definitely the one. I think that most of us are attracted to our friends in some way, but I think that sex is not always the precursor because I don't know. You don't have any like close friends. Like me and you are close friends. Yeah. Me and you never looked at each other in that way. And
You never know.
I did hit him up on Jack one time, but I didn't know it was him. But if I would have read the stats, I would have.
And what did I say?
She said, "Oh, girl." I said, "Oh, bitch."
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Because I haven't slept with any of my friends, but none in my immediate circle. But I am friends with people I've messed with years ago.
I'm very close with it. I actually have a best friend who I had sex with when we first met. We had sex a few times, but we're actually like the best of friends. And we never discuss that.
But I mean, you're different though, David. You had sex with your cousin.
I did not have sex with my cousin.
I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
Episode 1, season 2.
You had sex with my cousin.
Oh no, I didn't. Wait, which? No. I was like, wait, what's your cousin?
Oh, they rolled around.
No, I'm just playing. No. I don't know if you did or not, but y'all flirted a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Next question: do you think trans women should have a say-so on women's rights as it relates to women having the right to their reproductive organ?
Oh my god,
that's a very good question. Actually,
that's a really good question.
Good night.
In terms of reproduction,
yeah.
See, I'm
gonna have to. I'm sorry, y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna have to say no.
I don't know how to feel about it because that is almost like, should straight people have a say in gay marriage?
Right.
No, you mind your business.
Yeah.
Put your head down. You don't have no dog in that fight.
Right.
And that's the unfortunate truth. I feel like if we were talking about something else, like, raising a family, adoption, it is what it is. Until science meets up with, I don't know, evolution, then I feel like at this particular moment, I don't think.
Why would they?
I don't think a trans woman should be able to tell a cis woman what she can and cannot do with her body.
Right.
Why
but what if she's
pro-choice?
Like,
well, no, it's still none of your business.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But pro-choice for me is like you just basically saying, girl, that's your body, you do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Yeah, because that's.
But if you're like anti-abortion, like telling cis women that they can't have abortions, what? That's like a man telling a woman that she can't have an abortion.
Yeah.
He has no dog in that fight.
That was a great question.
Yeah, I apologize if I came off wrong.
I don't know how to feel about that. We're going to have to have Shar back to accent.
Yeah, we don't have to bring Shar back for that.
Do you think fully versed relationships have a better chance at surviving because of the equal share of giving and receiving in a relationship?
Nope.
Yes.
No.
We're just disagreeing, David.
So you say yeah? David?
I say yeah.
Why is that?
I think that a lot of times in a lot of relationships, not just mine but others that I've witnessed, a lot of times people cheat because they're not getting something in the relationship, and a lot of times that has a lot to do with sex. So if you're a top and you're dating a bottom and you guys have been together for quite a while, and you might want get that box hit here and there, but you don't look at your mate as being the person to hit your box, that's going to make people creep sometimes, I feel like. And vice versa. If you are a bottom, and I hate to share my experiences all the time, but there was a situation where I was dating a guy, and I was like, you know what? And we had been together for like almost 3 years, and I was like, I want to like hit his box. Like, I want to fuck him. And he found that to be the most hilarious thing ever when I brought it up. And I was just like, well, why not? I got a dick. Like, why can't I? And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, that's not happening. And he just like was totally against it. But I knew going into our relationship that he used to get fucked. Right. Like, I knew that.
So here we go. No. Because first of all, I think you bring up some great points. I don't think that has to do with being in a verse relationship. I think it has a lot to do more so with communication, which is one of the reasons that relationships fail. I feel like it's about communicating whether or not, like, if I'm a bottom but I get an itch every now and again and I'm dating a top, I should be able to come to him and say to him, like, hey, babes, this is what I'm interested in and this is what I would like to try, and I'd like to try that with you.
Right.
And that's about me communicating that to him as opposed to going outside of my relationship and finding something else. And then him, if he actually cared about me and cared about our relationship and what we have and what we are working towards, then he would be like, you know what, that's not my thing, but let's figure it out. And I feel like it has to be in a great relationship. It's about some give and some take and compromise.
Speaking of,
and I feel like
the top,
I feel like relationships, they just both hoes.
Well, I don't know. First
So
of
versatile
all,
relationships, you feel like they're both hoes.
I feel like
I don't know that. No. I don't know that many verse niggas. To me, I'm talking about fully versed. It's like finding somebody that's bisexual. It doesn't. I don't know that many. There are people who are verse bottoms and verse tops, but fully versed, I don't know. I think it would work if y'all are two fully versed people. But if I'm dating somebody who's a verse bottom, if I was in your situation, and I was fucking them for 3 years, and then they decide to get on my back, it's like I don't see you like that. But yeah, I love you, but I don't see it happening.
And that's what I think.
I think if you don't establish certain stuff at the beginning,
but you're not in for it. You're not in a relationship about compromising. Like you,
it's not even about that. It's like.
Would you tell him he can go and get it somewhere else?
Probably not.
So
you would probably have to just suffer.
That's selfish.
It is selfish.
And now you put them in a situation to where they're gonna go get something.
But I know a lot of bottoms who deal with some like verse tops who say the same thing that you said, like, oh, I want to fuck him, but he don't see me like that. It's like if you're not consistently showing me a certain kind of attitude, you can't get on my back.
But it wasn't even like that. Like I'm. Let me back it up. I am who I am, and it's not like I came into the relationship this big old queen who you're just fucking.
Right.
I came into the relationship, and me and him were equals. We both were, equally masculine or whatever.
I think you would be a different scenario. But if it was like Blake per se that said he want to get on somebody back, I would be like, girl, no.
I don't really think so, because I think even with Blake.
First of all, fuck both of y'all. Let's just establish that.
No, Blake, let me just.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I actually have had a guy say to me that, like a versatile guy, say to me that he didn't want me to climb his back.
But I think that
Blake, like, okay.
Blake, to me, you kind of exude a lot of sexual energy. So in those type of people, I see both sides for them.
What you mean she give off sexual energy?
Like I feel like Blake gives off like whore, like whatever. Not whore, but I think that Blake gives off in bed. Like I feel like Blake gives off top or bottom.
Really?
Yeah, I give off nasty bitch. I can agree with that.
I feel like he gives that off. So I feel like for me, anybody that comes into his like realm of trying to date him or trying to have sex with him or whatever, they should have that open mind that we probably could do whatever. That's what I get from him. I don't get like total bottom from Blake at all. You get total
maybe
bottom
not in his build, but his attitude as a lady.
Yeah,
like his attitude is we're not going half on the fleet.
But there's a such thing as like blouse. There's a such thing as like a soft top.
But if you somebody who don't bottom like that, you don't want no queen getting on your back. Oops. Even if you're the queen. Like, I don't know.
But if you're somebody that does bottom here and there and you love somebody.
I feel like that's what it's about. It's first of all, you have to take your personal out of a relationship. Because if that's the case, then those niggas shouldn't be in a relationship.
That's pride and ego.
You know what I mean? That's what that,
That's pride and ego.
I don't think it's that. You just gotta make me feel a certain kind of way.
Feeling like a lady.
But to be honest, most of the time.
So you ain't letting nobody soft on your back.
It's not about that.
Okay.
It's about they got butch queens who got a little whatever to them. Like a lot of bottoms act like women.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. So you can't go from acting like that to saying, "Let me play in that puss." What?
Oh no, I get like, that. That's weird.
And I'm not an experiment. It's a lot of bottoms who be like, "Damn, I don't even like ass, but I want to fuck you, bitch." I'm not an experiment. You can't. You won't.
Okay, so Tavarus, do you or do you not see the weirdness in your statement? Like, you will let some people fuck you, but just like it has. I mean, not your man.
No, I would let my man fuck me if he giving me a certain kind of.
That's what I'm saying. But what if your man is a little softer? Like you had this one guy, I'm gonna mouth it to you. She was soft. Would you let her fuck?
He wasn't soft.
Bitch, please. Bitch, please.
He was the butch queen. I don't mind a butch queen.
Bitch would wear a pound of makeup.
Bitch, she didn't wear it with me.
Oh my God.
He didn't wear it with me. I can't even explain it.
Go tell me I can't have no puss.
Bitch, you weren't wearing lace girl on the train.
A train. Is that the one that had the lace front?
No, bitch.
Thank you. No, but David, thank you.
Girl, this ain't about us, bitch. We helping her. So, I think two verse can have a successful relationship.
Final answer.
It says, I can't find companionship with black men. Is it a greater possibility of working out with a white man? If so, why do you think? Hashtag niggas ain't shit.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That was a very aggressive.
Hey, I've been there before.
Well, first of all, let me just say, all men ain't shit.
Word.
Date another race if you want to. Try that shit out and then let me know. But my mom always told me, if he can't use your hairbrush, don't bring him home.
Yeah.
I think that's limited thinking. I think you should love who love you, respect who respect you, and go out.
Oh, so now
hold on.
On the heels of the verse conversation.
Hold on. I'm not interested in white men. I wish I was. I wish I could leave niggas alone. Because hashtag
Why?
bitch, they ain't shit.
And you think the white man is better?
No,
So
I'm not even attracted to try it.
No,
Though.
well, I've tried it, and white men will play you just like a black man will.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody come with their own
Men.
set of problems, but I would say if you find them attractive, step out and go date them.
Yeah,
Yes.
get you something new. I do agree.
And it
Love who loves you.
doesn't have to be white. It can be, Hispanic.
Yeah,
it can be
Mexican.
Asian or whatever. Try some new things. Just get out there. If you realize it's not working for you, the same thing over and over again, try something new.
Someone said, next question. I find your show to be highly entertaining and informative at the same time. As an inexperienced gay male, I often listen to live through you guys and hear about certain things that I'm certain I'll never experience. Because I live in a small town, there aren't many gay guys in my area.
Aww.
What was the initial reason for starting this particular podcast?
Ooh, you can answer that.
I think, for me, I always wanted the show to be like a how-to guide on navigating the gay lifestyle. Granted, we tell all our stories and stuff. I think there's something to learn from each story. Maybe what not to do or what to do different or whatever. So that's what it was for me. Like, when I came out, Noah's Ark was big. And I kind of wanted it to be something like that. Like, for people to look at. I think that's cute.
Yeah.
Bitch, I just wanted to drink and talk shit.
My advice, can I give him a little advice? Sure. My advice to you in a small town is, or, venture out, travel, go to some big cities and see what you're missing out there. Live a little,
But
life
get
is
on
too
prep
short.
and wrap it up, because if you go to them big cities, you're going to feel like you're a kid in a candy store and be trying to go crazy.
Yeah, it's a little different in them big cities, so definitely wrap it up or, get on prep or whatever, but, live a little, enjoy yourself.
Someone says, Dabrian is adorable. Are you as romantic as you seem? And what would be the best way for me to get your attention, since I often hear you say you aren't interested in dating?
Slide in his DMs.
Give the people your DM.
Hey.
Is that the best way to get in touch with you?
I mean,
Like, what can they do to grab your attention?
I'm very big on face-to-face interaction. I love that. That turns me on. That's intriguing, and eye contact and all that. But I don't go out a whole lot, so
Do you check your messages?
I do. I check my DMs because I converse a lot in my DMs because I'm always on Instagram. I think I'm on that more than any other social media platform. So just hit me up on social media. Or you see me out, please speak, because I hate when people see me out and then they wait till I get home and DM me and say.
But you like a unicorn, like you'll never go out.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I do bars. I go to bars here and there. I'm just really not. I'm really turned off by clubs. I
see that bitch out all the time. Like, oh, hey, girl.
Next question. Blake is extremely well spoken. I'm curious about what kind of work you do and what is your background.
Oh. Well, I'm a lawyer by trade. I don't practice. I am the manager of planning and research for a federal court in downtown LA. Strategic planning. I think one of my real good Judies always confuses what I do with event planning. Bitch!
She got money, y'all. Y'all got to see her house.
She ain't got none. She looking for something.
Next question. There's a lot of questions for Dabrian. Dabrian, are you still celibate? How long has it been?
Oh, that's a real good question, because I want to know that too.
Ooh. July 21st has been the last time.
Oh, okay.
I am back on Jack though, but I haven't.
How's that going?
I'm not enjoying it at all.
But you already have a guy that you like out of town, so why you got?
I do, and he knows what's up. I do really, and I really enjoy talking to this guy. I like him. He lives like in Chicago, so I just wish that he was here. I just wish I had somebody to cut up with.
Oh, y'all talk every day on the phone?
I be trying to. I mean, just like him and just like anybody around here, people can't communicate. So
so he's tripping already.
No, he's not really tripping. I think the time difference is really hard for us both. So I do what I can, but it is hard. It's really hard.
Someone says, "Do you guys ever not discuss sex?" That sounds like somebody who don't listen to the show. Because we talk
Or
about
I sound like somebody who do. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
we have like not discussed it at least twice, I think.
Well, we always talk about it in some form, but
In
I mean,
some
we
form,
talk about
yeah.
just different aspects of
But
it.
that person sounds like me, and when that person presented that question, I felt like that. I was like, that sounds like me, because I've said that in the past before.
Yeah, but if you listen I don't think that's the truth, though. I mean, the show is about sex in relationships.
I mean, but it is rated MA.
Right.
So think about the title of the show.
If that's all you get from the show, then you need to listen differently. Moving on.
Ooh. Damn.
If you had one piece of advice to give your ex's current boyfriend, what would it be?
Bitch,
Run.
run.
Definitely.
No, I'm kidding.
Put on a 2-drink limit.
Damn.
Shots fired. Pow.
Mine would be to the guy who's currently dating my ex. Mine would be you should probably go on Jack and see what's going on.
Oh. Ooh. Mine would be check his bank account.
It says, Dabrian, I've slid into your DMs, try getting at you in public. So what is it?
Ooh.
That sounds personal. Do you
That
have any
does
idea
sound
who this
very
man
personal. Yes.
is? What is it? They're not your type, or he's shaking his head. No, you're not his type. Leave him alone. Is there someone you all want, and why aren't you with them? That's a good.
That's a really good question.
Tavarus.
Oh, I don't know. Come back to me. Is there someone that I want? Oh yeah. Why am I not with them?
Because Blake ain't hooked you up yet?
No, I want him to. They're actually friends. Oh, I hate that. Why all the fine niggas gotta run together? I hate that.
Oh,
why I gotta choose?
You have to.
Bitch, you ain't never choose before? Because you a hoe.
Anybody y'all want that?
You can't have everybody.
I don't want everybody.
Well, the person that yeah.
Yeah, what?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm working on the person that I want.
Is that the one out of state? Mm-hmm. Oh, you've been working on that for over a year.
That's all right. Stay up on my pussy.
Oh, and then David, the one you want is in Chicago, or you want somebody else?
No, I want him. I do. He just don't live here.
So everybody got somebody they want.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone dating someone currently?
Define dating.
I don't know. Well, they're not on the line, bitch.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Going outside of the house, dinner
Bitch.
dates.
you gonna stop trying me. Going someplace other than the sex club. I mean, no. I guess I'm not dating. But I'm open to dating. So if you're out there, hit me up.
I'm casually dating. I'm open to going on.
That mean you fucking people.
No.
And pissing in their mouth and hole.
No.
Yes.
I'm not dating those.
We need to revisit that conversation after we go off air.
Oh.
But by textbook standards, I would say that I am kind of dating somebody.
You been on a date since July?
No.
You talking about the out of
My
town?
friend out
You
of
can't
town.
be dating nobody out of town, bitch.
I can be
Talking
dating
on the
somebody
phone.
out of town. When we talking on the phone,
Child,
that's
that ain't
dating. That's
talking.
getting to know them.
That's getting to know.
So is there
Dating is like active. Like,
I thought you said that you weren't the one who wrote the question, so.
I'm not, but dating to me is not talking on the phone.
So what's
That's
dating?
talking.
So give me your definition.
Dating
of
is y'all see each other, y'all go places and do things.
I think I'm dating the guy that's out of town, too.
Okay.
So.
But
Well-
you also think you with somebody after 3 times y'all fuck. Next.
Why are you
Girl is trying
Okay, well I ain't dating nobody. I'm saying.
Why you ignoring the boy that's been getting at you? Since you want to date.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't even have an answer for him.
Would y'all seriously date someone who had all the qualities you wanted in a man, but the same sexual position as you?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just looking. I always run into other tops, so I. I gotta say no, bitch. Quit trying
Girl,
to.
stop. Stop, sis. Stop trying to make top happen, sis.
I honestly, I'll always meet bottoms that are very much attracted to me, and even on Jacked, I think I attract more bottoms than anything.
Would you date a bottom?
I've dated a bottom before.
He's not versatile.
He's verse bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself fully versed, but I don't like that ignored. And every now and then, I might feel like I want to fuck. But
you wouldn't want like a bottom laying up under you, like that you could be daddy to, like another little short little.
That I could be dad. I don't want to be daddy to anybody.
That's mother.
Okay.
No. But no, I don't, because I'm attracted to. I don't want to, like, in the sense that what you said of laying up with somebody or them laying on top of me or whatever. I'm attracted to naturally masculine men. So if you're a masculine bottom, then maybe so. Maybe I haven't really crossed that path yet.
Like a masculine bottom to dominate you, or just one that's masculine?
You can just be a masculine bottom and
Like Tavarus masculine bottom?
No, like more leaning towards.
A little more masculine.
No, because I was trying to get it out, and then Tavarus' side, like, gave me the side look, like waiting for me to break it down. No, I dated a guy in Baltimore, and I was so into him because he was hood, but not like a thug, but he was just really hood. But he was a bottom. He was just like, I'm not fucking you, but I'm a bottom, and I really like you. And I was so into him because he was so. He owned it. He owned the fact that he was a bottom, but he was extremely masculine, but he did not use his dick at all. And I was really into that. So it just depends.
Would you date someone same sexual position as you?
I don't think I'd have that problem.
Why?
Because I'm overtly, as you so like to put it earlier, I'm a lady, and ladies don't date ladies. I don't think like ladies aren't checking for me. So I don't run into like, I don't have that issue with.
But the bottom,
a feminine boy walking up to me like, "Ooh, I want to date you."
But when you go to the club, sometimes you give boy. Like I could see a bottom coming up on you.
Okay.
I could see that too.
On an off night. You know what?
I
don't trust bottoms.
How you don't trust yourself?
No, for real. It's like.
Do you know what? It's so funny that you say that. Bottoms. Obvious bottoms, and even the ones that aren't so obvious. When I step into a room or come into a new group of gays, they always give me a hard way to go. And
what do you mean a hard way to go?
A hard way to go meaning I always catch you know how the gays just throw that shade to new people when they come around. Bottoms throw me the most shade.
I could see it because you're the ideal bottom.
Because you're kind of boyish.
And I think it's because and to your point, I think a lot of bigger bottoms, taller guys that are bottoms, those guys, they never really liked me at first. And I'm like, and my friend Chuck, my Asian friend, he said this once. He said, that's because deep inside they wish they were like these small compact bottoms because they want to be ladies so bad.
They want to be you.
And they want to be smaller. So he was just like, you get a lot of that shade thrown at you right away because you fit that, and yet you are more masculine. So you try not to be that, but that's what you fit.
How you taking dicks out there?
Why don't people like tall bottoms?
I don't know.
People don't like them.
I just don't like when bottom shaming people at all. No matter.
No, I'm just saying,
that's
like tall bottoms. People don't like.
I think people don't like tall bottoms because a lot of times, and this is for people, not saying me, but I think a lot of times tall bottoms are the biggest ladies, the most obvious of ladies because they're seen and they're tall and they're big.
But what make them a lady? Like prancing around or something? Or
I think just the way they act. Not saying that because you're a bottom, you're a lady.
Right.
What I'm saying is that I think a lot of times it's the way they act, the way they carry themselves.
I think it's about there's this unspoken rule in the gay community that if you're short, you need to be a bottom. If you're tall, you're supposed to be a top.
Yes.
And so when you have someone who does not meet that bill, like
you're not into that mold.
Yeah, like Tavarus is not letting a little top climb his back.
Right.
So the exact same things with the tall bottom.
But I love a tall bottom.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
but I'm saying I know people who be like, I don't want no top. No, I don't want no tall boy bigger than me that I gotta fuck.
Because it emasculates them.
But I know a lot of people who love that.
I know a lot of people too. So I just started dating a guy. Well, this is a question. Hold on. So I just started dating a guy. I feel like it's getting serious. We go out on romantic dates and shit. However, when I try to Snapchat our moments, he gets out of the way and out of the picture. So question, when is it too early to post pictures of you and your new boo on social media?
If you've had 3 already this year, you probably shouldn't post no more. I can't stand no bitch trying to put me on no Snap or nothing else.
I can't stand that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, not somebody that I'm like talking to.
To put me on your social media, we had to have been together at least a year.
First of all,
and going strong. And going strong.
This is like a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
And going strong. You can't just be posting me.
No. Because I'm not going to be the one you say, oh, he got another one. No.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be posting you. I don't want people to be like, oh, what happened to that boy that you was posting y'all was together, and I'm dating somebody new, and I never told anybody we broke up, so now I look like but then you do post them, and now you break up, and you throwing subs, and everybody know what's going on. Yeah,
no. I'm thinking the question is like, okay, so like let's say we're at dinner, and clearly there are 2 play settings at the dinner, and I'm trying to Snapchat like just the moment, not like I'm with Bae.
Snapchat the.
But they low key be trying to Snapchat Bae.
But I'm not calling him Bae. I could be out with my homegirl.
No, girl. No. Not at candlelit dinner, bitch.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Take a picture of this plate and turn this phone up.
Anybody want to play the picture? Oh, dear God. Jesus.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
I feel like if we're out
if you
dinner,
say you went out with a boy, and y'all having a good time, but you already know it ain't going nowhere, and he just so into you, he like, oh,
I don't give a fuck because I know what it is. I don't do this for the Instagram, for the
but then he might see people on his page that's deterring them from hitting you up because they think y'all,
which is totally fine.
But you're not really big on social media.
I am not.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So for like me and Tavarus, we're more into social media, and there's just rules.
Yeah.
It's social media etiquette.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't snap that pic, sis.
Yeah, don't do it.
Okay, so here I have another one. I just moved to LA and I have no friends or family out here. I feel like it's hard to meet friends out in LA. I currently have a boyfriend and we're in a long distance relationship. Is it okay to use a dating app to make friends when you're in a relationship? And then there's the second part of the question.
I don't think it's okay.
No, if you don't mind getting your head knocked off.
Right. Because somebody gonna read you or somebody gonna go off about you being on there when you saying you're coupled up.
And then when your boyfriend moved back to town, he gonna say, how did you meet all these people?
Oh, Jack.
Unless he
But what if you have that conversation with your boyfriend in advance and like, hey, I'm gonna get on Jacked and like try to meet people, like
then your boyfriend is stupid.
No, if your boyfriend
and like try to find out where the parties are.
No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Who's getting online? Get on Facebook, bitch, if you want friends.
Oh dear God, Jesus, it's a tough crowd.
Somebody knows. There's always somebody that knows somebody. So just reach out to your contacts that know people that live here.
Network.
Yeah.
What's your network? Now here's the second part of this question. Also, have you stayed in a relationship just because it was comfortable? Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, we covered that last week. Mm-hmm. But hold on, let me
sound like she's staying in a relationship because it's comfortable, want to get on Jack for something else.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that part.
Mm-hmm. You a nasty bitch, sis, but I like you. Next question. I've been dating this guy for about 3 months. I deleted all my apps, but he's still on and active. We never had a conversation about dating. I think he should initiate the conversation since he's the type. How can I make him commit to me?
It all sounds foolish to me.
I mean, I must agree with this person too that I do believe that the top should initiate the conversation. I feel like that's the person who needs to take charge of the relationship and the ship, drive the.
But does he know that y'all dating? That guy said we dating, but he don't know we dating. Like that sounds crazy. So you need to not delete your apps. How you gonna no?
There just needs to be a conversation.
Well, just because he's not there yet doesn't mean that you don't have to be there.
Well, yeah, you don't have to keep your apps, but what's wrong with the bottom initiating the conversation and saying, what are we doing?
Yeah, somebody needs to. There needs to be a conversation had.
Because he living his best life. He got you all to himself. You done deleted your apps. He still get to play on his. Yeah. And he got you. Why would he commit?
Okay, well, how do you feel about bottoms proposing to their tops?
I want to get proposed to.
But since you're a bottom. I'm kidding. Wait, you want your bottom.
I need that moment.
Tavarus.
But you know listen, ideally I would be in a fully versed relationship. As soon as I learn how to take some dick, I want to be with a fully versed.
Come on, are we bottom?
I told y'all about a dildo to play with to try to get in the mood.
Okay.
But I ain't tried it yet.
Oh, all right. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah. Well, no, not a dildo, a vibrator.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. My friend, and we just had like conversation just about things, and that was one of the things that he said too. And he's mostly top, and he said that he would want to be proposed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
the guy that you're dating wants you to get down on one.
It don't
knee.
have nothing to do with your sexual position. It's just
I don't think it has anything to do with your sexual position.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with your sexual position. I think it has to do something with your role, and I think your role in the relationship kind of sort of hinges on your sexual position.
if you don't identify with a role.
I sometimes get confused with my role in relationships because I've been the aggressor in my relationships.
Somebody told me you want to be the man and the woman, so you don't leave no space for me.
That's what they told you.
Bitch, they hit you right on the nail on the head.
You
The
need to
nail on the head.
adjust to what I'm giving.
Oh my god.
You're
Okay, my last question. So you walk in on your dude and his fine ass homeboy jacking off. Are you joining in or fucking shit up?
I walk in on my dude and his fine ass homeboy.
And you been wanting to fuck his homeboy. You been on that nigga some pussy.
I'm gonna fuck shit up and then I'm gonna still fuck the friend on my own.
I'm probably gonna.
I'm gonna cause a scene so I can keep you right here.
I think I'm gonna do the reverse. I think I'm gonna go ahead and join in, and then when we done, I'm gonna fuck shit up, and then I'm gonna get my shit and leave. I'm gonna give your homeboy so nasty throat. Nasty throat, bitch.
I think this is Blake's question.
Blake submitted his question.
Right.
I'm gonna give him some nasty throat he ain't ever had before.
Make sure y'all keep y'all questions coming. ratedmapodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for showing love. Keep sending all that stuff in. Make sure you guys leave the comments, like, share all the posts, and we will be back next week.
Bye.